Welcome to Bearcat Update with me, Tim Hanna, your host. We're here in week 2 of KNWT Channel 8, and we're going to take a look at Bearcat football to start off the show. The Bearcats were in action in Joplin, Missouri on Saturday in a night game as they took on the Missouri Southern Lions. The Lions would get up 13-0 on the Bearcats as they could not do much offensively. The only bright spot for the Bearcats was blocking the extra point on the second touchdown for the Lions. The Bearcats, however, would figure it out in the second quarter, scoring 28 unanswered points, giving them a 15-point lead going into halftime, 28-13. And the Bearcats would not look back, winning 45-21 and improving to 4-0 on the season. We're now going to move on to high school football and the Maryville Spoofhounds, yet another undefeated team in the area. Let's take a look at those highlights right now. The Spoofhounds hosted St. Joseph Benton on senior night and youth night on Friday. The Spoofhounds were dominant here with Trey Oglesby. He'd connect to John Zimmerman on a 14-yard pass, putting the Spoofhounds up early, 8-0. What a catch in the back of the end zone by Zimmerman. Oglesby once again would find Zimmerman on an 11-yard touchdown pass, as he's able to fight off the defender there and get into the end zone. They'd go up 15-0. Now running back Elijah Green's going to take it up the middle here for a 17-yard touchdown run as he would not be denied as he stumbles into the end zone there. 21-0 Spoofhounds, and it would be all Spoofhounds for the rest of the game as here Oglesby to Spencer Morrison, 26-yard touchdown pass, giving them a 28-0 lead. And then finally Green capping the first half off with a 3-yard touchdown run, giving them 35-0, and that's how they'd go into halftime. Final score 48-6. That's Maryville's 50th straight home victory. They have not lost at the Hound Pound since November 2011. Spoofhounds win, Bearcats win. What a week for football in Northwest Missouri. When we come back, we're going to talk Bearcat volleyball here on Bearcat Update. Stay tuned. Welcome back to Bearcat Update with me, Tim Hanna. We're going to take a look at Bearcat women's volleyball as they have been dominant all season. They moved to 14-0 this past week after defeating Southwestern Baptist and Missouri Southern over the weekend. They're 14-0 on the season, 22 in the country. They played 51 total sets this season and only dropped 9. Crazy impressive. Cliff Scott's going to give us more, though, as he sat down with some of the players from the team following a game earlier this week. Cliff?
The Bearcats added another W to the win column after defeating the Truman State Bulldogs 3-0 on Tuesday. We caught up with Olivia Nowakowski and Coach Worth.
Just the atmosphere and playing with the teammates that you love, it's incredible. I mean, just to have that 12-0 record to show everybody, this is Northwest Volleyball 2016. I'm speechless. I have no words.
It feels awesome from the standpoint of being able to put enough sets together that, we go and we beat the other opponent. So I'm so proud of our girls just for the hard work they've put in.
Coach Worth and Olivia also talk about the challenges they faced this year and how important practice is.
I'd say one of the challenges is mainly just keeping consistency. I mean, sometimes there's a lot of roller coasters, but our consistency is what we really need to work on, and I think we're going to be okay.
Usually on Monday we either take it off or we do a light serve and pass, and then Tuesday, Wednesday we'd have harder practices, and then Thursday a light practice for the Friday, Saturday matches.
I think we just need to keep going as Northwest Volleyball 2016.
The Bearcats traveled to Bolivar, Missouri on Friday to take on Southwest Baptist as they look to improve their record to 13-0. Reporting for Bearcat Update, I'm Cliff Scott.
Thanks, Cliff. Now we're going to take a look at the wide world of virtual sports as Trevor Watson takes a look at the brand new 2K17. Trevor?
Well, the 18th installment of the 2K series is finally here, NBA 2K17. It released September 20th for the PS3, the PS4, Xbox One, and Xbox 360 consoles, as well as Microsoft Windows. Like many of the earlier titles, you still have single-player modes that let you create a custom player, team, or franchise and play the seasons out as some of the biggest names in the NBA. Of course, just like any NBA 2K, you can always throw down in the paint against your friends or against random rivals online or split screen. As to be expected, you have all the teams with their most updated rosters, and you can use any number of their jerseys throughout the years, and play in any of the stadiums in the NBA. This game plays just like last year's title, but most sports games don't need to do a lot of major programming, since they only tend to retexture old graphics and update character models for new players. This means that all the extra time and energy can go into tightening the mechanics for faster response time on your button inputs. So, you pass exactly when you want to, and you shoot with the exact precision that you entered into the controller. So far, this game has been acclaimed by critics, getting high 8s to mid 9s on the rating scale from many major game journalists. And with the specs of this newest consoles, it's easy to see why. The graphics are more stunning than ever, and the 2K games focus on details, and that helps recreate basketball for the player. If you've always loved the 2K games, or basketball in general, this game is a recommended purchase this year. And if you're a fan of gaming in general, you can always tune in to Respawn TV on KNWT to learn more about up-and-coming games and changes in the industry.
Thanks, Trevor, for what a great look at 2K17. Now, you guys are want to be sure to stay tuned to KNWT Channel 8 at 8 o'clock for Respawn TV, where Trevor will have an extra detailed look at 2K17. Now, we're going to take a quick break right now. When we come back, I sit down with a very special guest. Stay tuned. You're watching Bearcat Update. Welcome back here to Bearcat Update with me, Tim Hanna. Before we get to our interview today, we have a very special guest. We're going to first take a look at a local look at dove hunting brought to you by Cody Cooper. Let's go to Cody for more.
All right, go for it.
There's one. Okay.
Ridiculous. I don't know.
About.
They look good though.
All right, we're out here today dove hunting, and as you guys can hear, we're in a cattle feed lot. There's cows going crazy everywhere. This is a pretty good place to dove hunt because just actually 5 minutes ago or so, a farmer came in and fed all his cattle and all that, and he feeds them like a kind of like a cracked corn type stuff, and when the cattle eat, they'll brush out a lot of the corn and a lot of it falls on the ground. And there's a big grain trough that kind of runs over where we're sitting right here, has a bunch of gravel around it, and it's a pretty common thing for doves to like is gravel. They're always, if you drive down a gravel road, you always see doves on the side of the road that'll fly up, and they like to eat the grit out of the gravel, and it helps their digestive system digest the grain that they eat. And if you're in an area that has a lot of sunflower fields are always awesome for doves. The doves love the really small sunflowers, and they love to eat those. And so if you can get over a sunflower field, especially if it's mowed, I hunted a field a couple weeks ago that was mowed sunflowers, and the doves were in there by the hundreds because the seed's super easy to get. It's all over the ground. They really like those seeds. So
What's up, buddy? This is my first time ever dove hunting, and I ain't bringing enough shells. I brought 2 boxes, and I'm almost out. I got 8 more shots, and I'll probably miss 8 more times, but we're definitely gonna have to come back out.
Coming over. Go on the live
Here we go.
card.
Here we go.
Flights are showing.
Want me to kill it? Thank you. Right in front of you.
There you go.
Thank you, Cody. We now turn to our interview for today. We welcome back our former producer, Preston Krawczyk. Preston, Pleasure to have you on the show today.
Good to be back on here, man. I missed it a lot, and it's good to be back in the studio for
So
sure.
what have you been up to recently? I know you had to take a semester off, so you had to leave us. You know, there was a lot of tears shed, but now you're back. What are you doing exactly with your fall semester?
I took an internship with a company called Midwest Whitetail, and it required me to take the fall off because it is a hunting internship, and I basically just film hunts, you know. So the season starts in next week, so early October, and then I'll be filming until January and just filming every day and editing lots of videos and stuff. So it's a really good experience for what I want to do in my career. So figured it'd be worth taking a semester off and going to do that. Even though I had to leave here, it kind of sucked, but.
It was sad to lose you. I know when you were here, you were always making hunting videos as well. Your hunting video from last year, I'm not remember what the name was exactly, but you won an award, didn't you? Talk about that video and kind of the effect that had on you and getting this internship, maybe.
Yeah, I made that video, I won an award for it, and it was about shed hunting and all that. It was really my first hunting pack I did for BCU. You know, I didn't do a lot of hunting packs for BCU, but when I did, I put a lot of time into it because it's something I was really passionate about. So having those awards on my resume and all that, I think in the end it did play a big part of getting my internship, because you know they look at that and see that I'm taking time out of my school schedule to make these videos for myself and winning awards at it. So I think that went a long ways, and whether or not that played a direct role into getting it, I'm not 100% sure. But either way, I have the internship now, and I really enjoy getting out there and doing what I love to do. And you know, it sucks to take a semester off of school, but in the end, I think it'll benefit me, and I think I can come back to school, finish school, and then go back out into the real world and hopefully get everything done, you know.
Yeah, and let's talk about what you do exactly at Midwest Whitetail. I know you mentioned before the break that you were the editor for Great Lakes, and the last episode you guys did was Buck History. Kind of talk about what Great Lakes is and what role you play in making that happen.
Yeah, basically Great Lakes is a pro staff, so we have pro staffs all around the country, and it has 75 guys on it or so. So over the course of the week, they'll send in footage from past hunts and all that stuff. So they'll send that stuff in, and it's basically my job to figure out what to do with the footage. So I, create a show. Like last week, like you said, it was Buck History, so they were just talking about different deer they have, and so basically just edit that, and I'll be doing that throughout the fall as well as filming for the main show. So.
And do you have time? You're obviously really busy with Midwest Whitetail, but I know when you're a producer here, you'd always find time to go out with your buddies, and you're always filming your own hunts and getting to hunt yourself. Are you getting time to yourself to really go hunt? I know deer season's just getting underway, I believe.
Yeah, right now I do have a little bit of time. Since I'm back here, I had the weekend off. I don't really have a lot of time because once season starts, I won't have a lot of time because we got to film a lot, and I'm pretty much hunting every single day. So I don't have a lot of time to get away. But right now, before season starts, I do have a little time, so I'm trying to, take advantage of that. And then hopefully down the road, I will have time to hang out with my buddies and make some videos because I really enjoy doing that stuff.
Now, with the little time you've been able to spend, I think I saw online one of your buddies got a doe recently this weekend. Has there been any success for you hunting-wise, or what have the deer kind of like this season so far?
It's pretty good. Being an intern, I won't get to hunt at all. I may get to hunt a couple times, but for the most part, I'll be filming every day. So, it's a sacrifice I got to make and take a year off of hunting for myself and just do a lot of filming for, other people. But it's something I really enjoy. Sometimes I enjoy filming more than I do hunting. So, I don't have any problem with that. So the season looks pretty good though for all the other guys.
All right, we're excited to see all the work you're going to produce for Midwest Whitetail. That's all the time we have. Thanks for coming on, Preston. Always a pleasure to have you. Hope you come back again very soon. We have missed you for sure. Thank you guys, though, for tuning in to this week's edition of Bearcat Update with me, Tim Hanna. You can tune in every Monday through Thursday at 6 p.m. Also follow us on Twitter at BearcatUpdate_8 and on Facebook at Bearcat Update. Signing off for the rest of the crew here, I'm Tim Hanna. You're watching KNWT Channel 8.